to Otaku Nation. This is Aisha.
And this is Alex.
And we're going to look at Buddy Fight. If you've seen our past shows, we've talked about the card game. Now we're going to talk about the anime. Basically, Buddy Fight is explained really simply on the show, rather than the, I find, quite intricate card game. But basically, you're a human, monsters watch you, and they choose you, they come through cards and become your buddy. And they fight in fights. Pretty much it.
Yep.
And this is the main guy, Gal, and he's got eccentric hair, massive eyebrows. He trains at a academy. His mum's a martial arts expert, and this dragon dude's just watching him the whole time. So he's a real arrogant so-and-so, and he pretty much needs to work on his character to become worthy of the Dragon King throne. But the thing is, he sees his arrogance and, rash behaviour as his advantage point. And his dad tells him to kind of look for a person to buddy with who's a bit unconventional.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that anime?
It wasn't too bad, but I've noticed all of these animes are slowly going to how much ridiculous hair can we get away with.
And eyebrows.
Stupid. And eyebrows. I was just watching through the show going, we know who the main characters are because all their hair is ridiculously coloured.
Totally.
Or really over the top. I was like, oh, there's this scene where some kid's getting bullied with like fluorescent blue hair. Oh, he's a main character.
And yeah, the bully child, yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I like it because it's got dragons.
Oh,
that was my favourite one.
I have to say the main thing about Buddy Fight was I really liked him. His character's hilarious. He only chooses Gal as his buddy just to prove a point, going, you're trying to say dragons are dim-witted? Let me show you.
And then pretty much does exactly what he said he wouldn't do.
And that's pretty much it. It's I watched it in American dub.
So did I.
So it's quite popular and basically aimed straight at the card game crew. And the voice acting wasn't too bad.
It was okay. The dragons were pretty good.
Oh, CGI. How did you feel about the green dragon? He was CGI.
He wasn't too bad. You could tell when they were like pissing him out when you saw the anime character standing in the front. You knew it just didn't look right for some reason. But all the time it was okay. When they're having like the bigger parts of the fights and you saw all of them together, it's like, oh, it's okay. It's a bit cheap, but it's fine. Oh
my god, the tacky intro in English sung by Japanese people. Gotta love the trend.
Oh, why? Why do they do this all the time? It's like, we've got an English dub. Oh wait, the theme tune's in English but with Japanese accents. Let's just keep it. Save the trouble.
And those were subtitled too.
Because just in case you couldn't understand the English. Oh god, it was just... I like this show, but it is another one of those kiddie shows like, here's some cards, this is how you play. The end. Now we just got to watch the whole series and see who ends up winning, which is probably going to be him.
He seems the coolest. And he has the biggest weapon as well. I don't know what the hell that thing is he's holding. It looks amazing. And we'll move on to our next anime. Alex.
Yay.
So, looking at the next anime, Mikonin something or other, which means in English?
Engaged to a stranger or engaged into someone I don't know?
Basically, we've come across something like this before where in Japan it's a really popular thing in rural areas to do child engagements. And then in this anime, basically this guy from the mountain just turns up and he's like, hi, I'm staying with you guys, I'm engaged to your daughter. Because it was all arranged by Granddaddy, who no longer exists. His word still rules over the house. So the chick is kind of stuck with the whole decision.
And isn't too happy from what we can tell.
No. But she's house trained though. She cooks, cleans, everything. So it's like she was inadvertently trained.
They purposely set her up knowing full well what was going to happen. And then it's just like, oh, why? Oh, so that's why.
It's funny though, because she does mention why is an older sister being married, but we kind of figure out she's got a bit of an eccentric personality.
A bit mental.
She's an otaku. It's weird. She's a total pervert, even to her sister. Banji. I do like Banji. She's quite amusing. Not only that, does a fiancé come, his little sister comes. I'm assuming she's little.
Yeah, it said in the review that she's the little sister,
Yeah, so she's a bit creepy and she wants to make sure the bride's good enough. So they both transfer to the school and that kind of situation unfolds. the older sister just cracks me up with her comments. She just keeps referring to Hakuyo's sister as a lolly. He's like, oh my god, she's a lolly, oh my god, she's so short, she's a lolly, I love her, she's lovely. And then obviously the girl's like, get away from me, you freak. Weirdly enough, at school, she's quite popular and normal, this sister.
I think it's just because she is the big sister. Well, she probably doesn't tell everyone that
she's a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody knows her secret.
Yeah, it's like as soon as she takes her glasses off, she like lets loose.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I think it was amusing, and I will continue watching this just because the older sister cracks me up to another level because she's so otaku. It's just unreal. If it's just a female otaku, that's why it's really funny to me.
It's because we very rarely see them.
You never do,
no.
right? And the guy seems really quiet, but he seems alright, and he's given into the fact this is what's going to happen with him, and he's going to marry her.
I think he's just going along with it. He's probably just looked at her and gone, oh, housewife, fine, I don't mind.
He's really sweet. Apart from when he pats on the head. If someone pats me on the head, they're going to get slaps. Basically.
No, that's a bit mean. Maybe not so much when it's like that.
Yeah. Right?
So yeah, I didn't mind the series. It's actually not too bad, but I think it's one of those ones that's on my standby list because I've got too many at the moment. Thanks to our show, we've watched so many now.
So many good animes as well.
So many good animes that it's like, oh crap, I'm going to have to start a standby list until I can work out and catch up with.
And the last one... Demo, blah-de-da-de-da.
Ren.
Light.
Unfortunately, I made the mistake of not watching the Light. I watched the actual series.
That's good. You can kind of give us an overview of what it's actually about.
Yes. You follow a bunch of, it's like high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you fell for this. You actually thought originally they had special powers, didn't you?
Only because on the ground there was always a pentacle, and I just kind of thought, okay, dark magic maybe?
No, the hilarious thing is, they're all delusional.
All right.
Kids. They actually explain it, it's called like 8th grade syndrome. Like when you're a little kid, you imagine you're in an imaginary world. Except for they all do it together. So the episode I saw was the first episode of this new series. And you find out that the main guy and the main girl are now living together. Rika has been kicked out of her house by her granddad, and they're all staying in character going, oh no, we have been sabotaged, oh my god, what is going on? So they live together now, and you just hear them in the morning. It's so funny because she won't wake up unless he stays in character.
Aww.
So he's doing this dark master routine. It's like, wake up, Rika of the magical eye, you are needed, come up, and she'll just wake up automatically. They've got a bunch of friends who all come together, all their own little special abilities. Like this girl with the blonde hair that spins them round, as you saw in the Light, who was sleeping under the table.
It's funny because both first episodes of both the series begin with waking up.
And I actually like it. I didn't watch the first series, but I find it hilarious how it just jumps from them being completely stupid, like full-on action scenes they're imagining. Like one woman comes along with a frying pan, all of a sudden they're in an action scene, and this frying pan's a giant mech pan, and she's just beating the crap out of them, really easy. And like Rekka's got a magical eye, she takes her eye patch off, a cathedral falls from the sky, and it's just, it's insanely stupidly funny, and I have to watch more of it. Now that I've watched the one you watched as well now, I have to watch all the little ones as well.
It's brilliant. The little series, I wouldn't have thought in a million years that it was anything like Alex was saying. Literally, you start with, what was that girl's name who was sleeping? I don't know what the names are.
I don't know either, because I only know the eye patch one.
So, purple haired girl sleeping in one of those Japanese style tables which has blankets coming down, and long haired brunette girl tries to wake her up, but she keeps moving. She's like, oh god, are you even awake? No, I'm not Mongolian. That's what the subtitle was. And it just turns out they're all hiding under the bed messing about, and then in the next episode it's all about eye patch girl having the eye drops in, she just can't do it, and then the guy comes in, and it's all very provocative. Everyone's listening going, what's going on? Oh, stay still, I need to do it properly. And they're like, oh my god, what's going on? It's 3 minutes of nonsense basically. I thought it was just purely slice of life. You just happen to have an eye patch. I didn't even know that eye colour thing was fake.
It's actually just a slice of life with just eccentric moments.
Yeah, that sounds quite fun though.
And then you realise that it's just them pissing about in the middle of nowhere, and people just walking past going, holy cow, these people are mental. And I like it a lot, because I think before we watched one of the episodes by accident.
Yeah.
And it was like a huge battle between two girls in the mech. And now it's like, that was just them imagining a huge fight.
Oh, and the ad, like the bunnies.
Oh, the bunnies, you mean Witchcraft Works?
Oh, it's a different one. Oh, never mind.
Which we'll do another time. even though I know you're going to enjoy that one.
Great character designs. What did you think of like the frying pan and all that?
I
Quite
found
cool.
it hilarious. It was just them standing around, and the girl with the pigtails spinning them around with little bun bits on the end. It's mental but fun, and I recommend people should watch the first series first because this is the second one we're talking about.
Yes.
And just watch it for the head of it.
I didn't even watch the first series, but the light series, I don't think you're meant to care really. It's just the same characters just doing silly things.
It doesn't give anything away either in the miniseries.
End theme, hilarious, dark carnival. The girl in the eye patch just dancing.
And Brazilian outfit.
What is up with that?
I don't know. They have the main series ending was even weirder. It's just them just pretending to be magical girls in the end.
Oh.
Just like moments where it would flash them in like their dark evil outfits or whatever it was, the fighting outfits. It's like, what's going on? But yeah, one to recommend even if you haven't seen the first series. Watch it, go to the second one, and watch the lights.
So, looking at the updates for our beloved Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Bank has finally come out in the UK. Woohoo! We beat America! And basically, it's a really annoying, long-winded process. We thought it was really easy, didn't we, to begin with?
Yeah.
Told us to do an update. After we sold our souls and had an update, we then had to go back to the eShop, download it again, and then we had to put in our password. We could barely remember our password back in the day.
This is why we should not put our passwords on our eShops.
Oh my god. Anyways, we did that, and then after several minutes later, you went to Pokemon Bank.
Yeah, I went to Pokemon Bank, and it's at the moment is a 30-day trial.
So it's free for 30 days. Afterwards, you're going to have to pay.
Yeah, and this offer is only up to the 14th of March.
Why you do this, Nintendo? Why?
And so once you've started up the game, it'll go to you, do you want to buy a pass? Which is like, oh, okay, that's fine. If you don't buy a pass, you can't get access. But the 30-day one, you just go purchase, and it'll give you 1-0, doesn't cost you anything. Put it on, you've got access to 30 days. But once that's up, say bye to your Pokemon that's in the bank. You won't access them until you've got paid for a new pass to make up for the time you're not on. So yeah, I don't know if people are going to be using this knowing that after 30 days, you're pretty much stuck.
I think hardcore Pokemon players that probably have all the older games, they probably will, because it's just so much more easier to having to do this rather than porting. You remember porting, right? Retro transfer.
All the old cables.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, use it or lose it, peeps. I would recommend moving all your Pokemon out if you are not planning on buying it.
It can store up to 3,000 Pokemon.
Ooh.
I started up and it says you can do this X amount. I don't know how the transfer service works yet, because on the Pokemon game I have at the moment, there's only one egg in the computer, and I don't know how. I haven't transferred anything over. But I'm sure you're probably going to test it out in a minute for us.
Let us try. that's enough from Nintendo taking all our money. And we're at the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching, and please do continue to like us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube under Play Nation Games. Follow, subscribe, share, give us some lovely questions. We love questions, don't we, Alex?
Oh, we need more. We need lots more.
And
because you never give us any.
you don't give us enough, people. And we'll hopefully see you next week.